Every evening, as the city lights blurred into a soft glow, a small gray cat would begin a familiar climb. Her paws knew the way by heart, up the old pipe, across a narrow ledge, to a window on the third floor where the light was always warm. Behind that window lived an old man. He spoke very little and smiled with a quiet softness. Every single night, just as the world outside went quiet, he would place a small saucer of milk on the windowsill. The cat would let out a single meow, her greeting, and he would always whisper back, "Right on time, little one." They never missed a single night. Even as the air grew cold and the man's hands trembled with age, he still waited for her. And she always came. Sometimes he'd tell her stories. Stories about the beautiful garden he once tended, or how his wife had loved cats. The cat didn't understand the words, of course, but she understood the feeling behind them, a feeling that smelled like peace and sounded like kindness. Then, one evening, the light didn't turn on. The window was dark. The saucer of milk was gone. But the cat still climbed, her claws scraping gently against the brick wall. She settled on the windowsill and meowed once softly as if to remind him she was there. But there was no voice that night. Only the cold silence and the sound of wind rustling through empty curtains. Still, she waited. The next evening came, and the next. No light. No man. Only the pale moonlight pouring across the empty glass. Neighbors started to notice her there, a small, determined figure against the dark window. Her eyes shining like tiny lanterns, refusing to leave. Days turned into a week. Rain fell. Then frost coated the sill. One morning, when the building's caretaker finally opened the window, he found her. She was curled up on the sill, perfectly still, her body wrapped in her tail as if she were just asleep. The moon was fading, and the first light of dawn touched her fur for the very last time. She had waited until her little heart could wait no more. They say that animals don't understand love the way we do, but maybe, just maybe, they understand it even better. Because theirs asks for nothing in return. That window stayed empty after that. But sometimes, when the moonlight falls just right, the neighbors say they can still see her shadow sitting there watching softly, waiting forever for a light that had already gone home. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this. Take care.